tonight, going offline.
No, I think first time I try go around.
I just want to have fun, you know, watch and do what I want.
Questions raised after Wab Kinew announces a social media ban for youth and what comes next from the province. Also tonight, petitioning a proposed property development.
That's why most people choose to move out here, and I don't think that that is what the plan is.
Why a pitch for a new housing development is sparking controversy this week in East St. Paul. And later, catching up with some polar pals.
Big animals like this is very important, that we don't need the vets coming down every time something happens.
A behind-the-scenes look at the care for some of Assiniboine Park Zoo's biggest animals.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joseph Bernacki. Your teens' days on social media could be numbered. Over the weekend, Premier Wab Kinew vowed Manitoba would ban kids from social media platforms and from using AI chatbots. The Premier says they're dangerous and expose kids to content they're not ready for. CTV's John Hendricks reports how a similar ban already in place in Australia could offer clues should Canada follow their lead.
You watch this video.
Teenagers Lisa and Duma find themselves at the mall today and find themselves on social media even more regularly.
I love do my makeup for TikTok. I love it dancing on TikTok.
She isn't dancing for joy, though, at the thought of losing access to it. But this weekend, Premier Wab Kinew said the province would ban kids from using social media and artificial intelligence chatbots.
Our kids will never be for sale, and their attention and their childhoods should never be profited from.
Kinew calls the social media apps tools designed to hack children's reward systems and get them hooked on screen time before their brain has a chance to develop.
The research is showing it's not really good in large amounts for a child and youth brain, just like lots of junk food is not really good for any of us and our physical health.
What the province hasn't made clear is how such a ban would be enforced, or more importantly, how the social media companies would verify the ages of its users. In Australia, it's up to the companies, who may ask for government ID or utilize technology that estimates the user's age.
In other words, are you behaving in a way that's consistent with an adult, or do you sound like a kid? And if you sound like a kid, then, you know, you're off the platform.
However, technology analyst Carmi Levy says this also means potentially trusting companies like Meta with government or biometric data about ourselves.
Certainly, big American tech companies haven't always played by the rules when it comes to us sharing our very personal, private information with them and them using it in a responsible way.
The Canadian Centre for Child Protection says there are a litany of harms happening to children facilitated by social media. It believes children under 16 should be banned from it.
We needed it probably 10 years ago.
John Hendricks, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Lloyd Richardson from the Canadian Centre for Child Protection suggests the government or a trusted third party, such as your bank, create a digital ID framework. This would allow people to send a credential or a proof of age to a company without disclosing any other information. The province tells CTV News this is still in the early days for the idea. Scary moments for some Winnipeg students this morning after their school bus crashed into a tree. The front of the bus crumpled after it collided with the tree on Forest Cove Drive in Tyndall Park shortly before 9 a.m. The Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service tells CTV all 27 children and the driver on board the bus at the time were assessed. No one needed to be taken to hospital. The bus lists Dasmesh School on its side, which is a private kindergarten to grade 8 school with locations on King Edward Street and in West St. Paul. The traffic unit is investigating what caused the crash. Homeowners in East St. Paul are raising concerns tonight about a large development. Hundreds of housing units are proposed for a farmland-type property, and some fear it'll change the character of the area. As CTV's Jeff Keel shows you, the matter is going before a public hearing, which could be packed to the rafters.
Just outside Winnipeg, East St. Paul is no small village, but it has a rural feel to it for many homeowners.
I love that it's kind of like country living, close to the city. That's why we moved out here.
What we love about living here is the quiet country lifestyle.
But now some are worried that country lifestyle is being upended by a development planned on 248 acres of farmland.
And I think that will just change the whole vibe of East St. Paul.
A public hearing is scheduled for Tuesday to hear a rezoning and subdivision application for this property on Mowat Road. According to a report, the development includes 482 lots for single and two-family homes, condominiums, plus parks and recreation spaces. Lot sizes start at 8,000 square feet and then go up. Robin Chuby's property backs onto the site. She's in favor of housing being built, but says the lot sizes proposed are too small, which will see multiple homes up against her property line.
That creates issues with noise, with light, with animals that already exist on people's properties, with their farming practices, like many people here have market gardens.
She says a petition against the development has been circulating with more than 1,000 signatures. Concerns about traffic and questions about water and sewer services have also been raised. The applicant for the project, Waterside Development, says they're following policies for residential development and using existing zones within the zoning bylaw that adhere to the development plan. The subdivision will be fully serviced with piped sewer and piped water. Red River Planning District has circulated the application, and government departments have no objections. Red River Planning District recommends approval of both applications. Waterside also says this won't happen overnight. It will take 10 to 15 years to complete. The public hearing Tuesday could go long too, as hundreds are expected to show up.
Normally the meetings have a lot of attendance in general, so I think this one will be a lot more than that.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, East St. Paul.
A vegetation fire in the Transcona Bioreserve has officials reminding you to reduce the risk. Shortly before 6 Sunday night, crews were called to a grass and brush fire in the Bioreserve Loop. It was roughly 4,000 square meters in size when they arrived. Specialized wildland firefighting equipment and hand lines were needed to contain and put out the fire. A drone was launched to help locate hotspots. The cause is under investigation. Fire crews also responded to a grass fire last Thursday near La Jamodier and Dugald Road. To prevent brush fires, officials suggest you thin brush and remove debris. Ensure fire pits are enclosed and be careful with cigarette butt disposal. A 41-year-old man is in custody after a standoff with tactical officers in St. Vital over the weekend. It all unfolded Saturday afternoon in the first 100 block of Sadler Avenue. That's between St. Mary's Road and St. Anne's Road, just north of Abanoji-Mickinaw. Police were there to arrest a man after emails were sent to people who he was ordered by the court not to contact. However, when they arrived, police say he barricaded himself inside the home. Crisis negotiators were able to convince him to surrender about 2 hours later. He's facing 7 charges of disobeying court orders. The city is seeing a sharp uptick in applications for its water bill subsidy program after expanding eligibility. According to a city report, the H2O program typically sees around 36 to 38 approved applications each year, paying out a combined $11,000 on average. But in the first 3 months since the changes, it's already approved 27 applications and credited more than $11,000. The Public Service expects the number of approvals will triple before the end of the year. Among the changes approved late last year was lowering the income threshold and permitting people on employment assistance to apply. The program offers credits to people facing turnoff notices for non-payment for those who qualify. Taking a look at current conditions right now, 0 degrees in the city, pretty chilly Monday night, partly cloudy skies with the wind chill, feeling like -4 winds from the north-northwest at 15 kilometers an hour, barometric pressure rising and the humidity sitting at 69%. Tonight you can expect a low of -2, partly cloudy skies from the winds from the north at 20 kilometers an hour and fairly clear skies. Moving along into your Tuesday morning drive to work, temperatures warming just to +1 degrees, crossing the 0 degree mark. Mainly sunny skies, fairly windy though tomorrow morning. Winds from the northwest at 20, gusting to 40 kilometers an hour.
That is a complete rebuild, so bringing the building down to the bare structure, to the foundation, and then rebuilding it from there.
A piece of Métis history on the line. Which iconic building in St. James may need to be torn down based on significant structural problems? It's a familiar sight from Portage Avenue on the edge of Sturgeon Creek, telling drivers where to turn to get to Grace Hospital. But the story of Grant's Old Mill may be coming to a close. The Métis landmark needs to be torn down due to structural problems. That is, unless the foundation running it raises more than $500,000. CTV's Harrison Shin has the details.
Drive by the Sturgeon Creek Bridge on Portage Avenue. there it stands, Grant's old mill.
It's the anchor and kind of the hub of the community. We love partnering with the St. James Assiniboia Pioneer Association because, you know, it's that community hub. Everyone knows where it is. We can meet, right?
It's a nice fixture of the neighborhood, and mostly just kind of walking by, you can kind of pop in. The people are always very friendly.
But now it's time to say goodbye. The St. James Assiniboia Pioneer Association manages the mill and says the logs are rotting.
That is a complete rebuild, so bringing the building down to the bare structure, to the foundation, and then rebuilding it from there.
The city owns the mill, but the foundation runs it. A city spokesperson says $1.3 million of spending is planned for the restoration in its preliminary 2029 budget. Evans says that's not enough. The restoration needs about $600,000 on top of that.
It is for the entire reconstruction because it is a very specialized building. We are looking at specialized individuals for that.
The build was started in 1974 as a replica of Métis leader Cuthbert Grant Jr.'s 1829 original. Minister of the Manitoba Métis Federation Will Goodon counts Grant Jr. among his ancestors and says MMF will be part of the restoration.
But it is an important part of Winnipeg history, of Métis history, of Manitoba history, and I think that there's a few folks that need to be at the table, and we just have to figure out the best ones.
CTV News has reached out to area councillor Sean Dobson for comment, but did not hear back. Harrison Shin, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Sargent Avenue business owners are discussing ways to work together to deal with crime and other issues affecting their companies.
We noticed that, you know, getting together, the more voices together, the more we can work on things.
The Sargent business community hosted its second annual Small Business and Retail Crime Prevention Conference today. The first focused on retail theft. This year, the focus is on increasing drug usage outside businesses and the resources needed to address the resulting problems.
There's so many other resources out there, and it's letting businesses know that and sharing that information. It will help us with reducing crime. But being aggressive does not help. It just creates more aggression.
The Sargent business community has also posted the resources on its website. Speakers today included Police Chief Gene Bowers, Justice Minister Matt Wiebe, as well as members of the business improvement zones. MPI is making it easier for high school students to get their licenses this summer by doubling the amount of spots available in its summer driver's ed term. Crown Corporation is offering a condensed version of its 12-week course. It's adding 600 additional spots in the term, bumping it up to 1,200 spaces available across the province. The condensed classes will take place over 2.5 weeks and will feature in-car lessons and virtual classroom instruction. Also, for the first time, both daytime and evening courses will be available. The class costs $50 for high school students, and MPI covers the interest. Interested students should sign up as a new MPI customer and purchase the driver education service at an MPI or Autopack dealer by May 9th. Class 5 road tests will be available on select Saturdays starting in June. 2 North Kildonan hair and spa salons held a special event on Sunday, helping out an organization that makes children's dreams come true. Evolure Salon and Violet Salon and Spa in Winnipeg's North Kildonan neighborhood hosted their annual cut-a-thon, supporting the Dream Factory. The Manitoba charity helps out children fighting life-threatening illnesses by making their dreams come true. The salon offered haircuts for $25, with all proceeds going to the charity. The salon's owner, Marina Mello Cabral, says her brother Johnny got his wish fulfilled by the charity before succumbing to cancer. In Johnny's case, his wish was having a gaming center.
He'd go for chemo for 3 weeks in the hospital, or a week in the hospital, and come home for 3, and then he would get to have his entertainment and not think about chemo. So it was just a wonderful. This organization deserves a lot of attention, and that's why we do it.
Live music, face painting, and raffles were also big attractions. Winnipeg Blue Bombers running back Brady Oliveira also showed up, taking photos and signing shirts for attendees.
I like to say that we've moved from entertainment to education.
Animal care in full display. We bring you a behind-the-scenes look at the team taking care of Assiniboine Park Zoo's polar pals. 0 degrees right now. We'll have your complete Skywatch forecast when we return. Take a look at your first Skywatch pictures of the day. This first picture comes to us from a beautiful morning out in Pine Point Rapids in the Whiteshell, taken by Tilly Neufeld. Beautiful hiking trail there. Thanks for the photo, Tilly. Our second photo comes to us from this evening from Cynthia Favell out in the Interlake near Inwood. Beautiful sunset as well, taken late this evening. Keep those pictures coming to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca. Taking a look at our Skywatch current conditions, a fairly mild day today, a little bit cooler, especially with that wind. You know, when we were broadcasting from Princess Auto Stadium, it was a little bit cooler earlier this evening in the southern parts of the province right now. Fairly clear skies, though, over much of the province tonight, as you can see through those evening hours, things looking good. We are tracking, of course, a rain system, of course, in northwestern Ontario, some heavy rain east of Dryden, kind of between the northwestern Ontario and Minnesota border, of course. Moving over into Tuesday morning, your drive to work. More cloud coverage in northern Manitoba. You can see there by Churchill as well. In the south, things looking pretty good throughout much of the day. That system of snow system passing through, it looks like northern Manitoba in the Churchill area there. You can see that heavy cloud coverage as well. In the south, though, looking pretty good throughout most of your Tuesday morning commute. Fairly overcast skies in northern Manitoba, as you can see. Some rain developing in southern Manitoba coming from Brandon. It looks like pushing eastbound towards Winnipeg and the Canadian-American border as we move into Wednesday morning. You can see there that system passing through the southern part of the province, and then some heavier cloud coverage in Wednesday, as you can see in northern Manitoba again in the Paw and Churchill there, as that system then moves out by Thursday. And again, fairly clear skies looking up. Temperatures are going to be warming up throughout the week, as we'll get to in a moment. Tonight, your expected lows: -6 in Thompson and -4 in Island Lake. Temperatures warming above the 0 degrees mark tomorrow. A little bit cooler in Churchill, -7, -5 as we round out the month of April here. And a mix of snow, a mixed precipitation, as you can see throughout much of northeastern Manitoba. Moving over to northwestern Manitoba, of course, OCN and the Paw, -4 your expected low tonight, -5 in Flin Flon. Temperatures warming to 2 degrees throughout much of the region, and fairly overcast skies throughout much of the north you can be expected for your Tuesday. In southwestern Manitoba, the Parklands and Brandon Westman, fog patches throughout Dauphin, Neepawa, and Brandon, as you can see. Cold temperatures tonight, -6. Temperatures warming up nicely, though, to 10 degrees, a bit of a nice rebound tomorrow, and you can see sunny skies throughout much of the region there. Moving into Winnipeg and southeastern Manitoba, temperatures -3 in much of the region tonight. Fairly clear skies, temperatures warming to 7, 8 degrees throughout much of the region. Winnipeg 7, and again, Steinbach, Morden, Winkler 8, and sunny skies throughout much of the region. And then moving into northwestern Ontario, -1 your expected low tonight in Kenora, +1 in Dryden. Temperatures warming nicely to +9 and +6 tomorrow, and overcast skies throughout much of the region. And then your Skywatch 7-day forecast for the city of Winnipeg. Temperatures warming nicely throughout much of the week as we move towards the weekend. +7, fairly sunny skies throughout much of the week. And then look at those temperatures Friday and Saturday. 15 and 17 your expected highs. Looks to be a great time to get out and enjoy the weather this weekend. There's plenty of incredible animals you can visit in Assiniboine Park Zoo. But have you ever wondered what happens behind the scenes? Well, the zoo's giving you a chance to pull back the curtain this summer. And as CTV's Daniel Halmerson shows you, get ready for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
So I absolutely love romaine lettuce, and I don't know why, but they will train for that over almost anything else.
It's snack time for Star on a cool spring morning here at Assiniboine Park Zoo. And chowing down on some leafy greens is more than just a treat for the 13-year-old polar bear. It's a chance for animal care professionals like Michael Veltri to check Star's nose, eyes, ears, teeth, and paws.
You ought to be able to take a look at all of the parts of the bear. Big animals like this, it's very important that we don't need the vets coming down every time something happens.
It's also a way to keep Star engaged, active, and fulfilled in her everyday life here at the zoo.
These animals are incredible, and it's always interesting to see just how smart they are.
And now Assiniboine Park Zoo is inviting visitors, even CTV News reporters, to get up close and personal with some of its most beloved animals.
A behind-the-scenes polar bear experience involves getting behind the fences, one barrier away from this beautiful animal, and learning from our animal care professionals a little bit about their daily routine, how we care for them, and how those bears, through positive reinforcement training, participate in their own care.
Other behind-the-scenes tours feature harbor seals, Amur tigers, and snow leopards. Assiniboine Park Conservancy's Barrett Miller says these intimate experiences help visitors better understand the role of the modern zoo.
I like to say that we've moved from entertainment to education. She can be an ambassador for her species. So she can put fur and claws to the story about habitat loss and why we need to care for our climate.
Miller says getting to participate in an animal like Star's daily routine can be a bucket list moment and a call to action.
Take that warm, fuzzy feeling and think about what's one simple thing that I can do to add a little bit less carbon to the atmosphere this week. What's one simple thing that I can do to protect the habitat in my backyard?
Daniel Halmerson, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Details on the different behind-the-scene experiences can be found on Assiniboine Park Zoo's website. Growing the game on the gridiron for girls in Manitoba is becoming a success for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This was the scene tonight at Princess Auto Stadium. The Winnipeg Football Club launched the third annual season of the High School Girls Flag Football League earlier this month. Monday was the first night for high school teams to head outdoors after previous play was in indoor facilities. Organizers say interest in the sport for girls has doubled in growth across the province.
We've seen the team go from 20 teams to 40 in the last 2 years, so we're nearly 600 athletes now, with covering all major high schools in the city. So it's been really nice to see every school get involved and really take a liking to flag football.
Bruno says the introduction of flag football to the 2028 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles is just one of the reasons prompting growth in the sport. The Girls High School League has one more full week of regular season play before the playoffs start in May. A concert 15 years in the making. Find out which Grammy-nominated British rock band will be ascending to Canada Life Centre later this year. A Grammy-nominated British rock band is heading out on a North American tour and is planning stops at several Canadian cities for the first time in years. Bring Me the Horizon is bringing their latest tour, Post-Human Next Gen, the third Ascension program, to Winnipeg. It promises a high-energy, immersive, multi-sensory experience. The show is set to take over Canada Life Centre September 26th. General sale tickets are available May 1st on the band's website. The last surviving member of the Ronettes, Nedra Talley Ross, has died at the age of 80. Ross was a member of the 1960s girl group alongside her cousins Ronnie Spector and Estelle Bennett. That's her on the right. They created such hits as Be My Baby and Baby I Love You. They enjoyed huge success in the UK and opened for the Beatles on their final US tour in 1966. Ross's daughter says she died Sunday morning at her home. A soccer star in the making. How a Canadian zebra is counting down to the World Cup. 0 degrees in the city of Winnipeg right now. We'll break down tomorrow's forecast one more time next.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
Taking a look at your Skywatch 825 forecast, +1 for your Tuesday morning drive to work, mainly sunny skies. Temperatures warming up to 6 and by 7 degrees by the time you head home. Winds from the northwest at 20, gusting to 40 kilometers an hour. This zebra is getting ready for the pitch. The Toronto Zoo shared this video on social media to count down the FIFA World Cup. We're now less than 50 days away from the start of the World Cup in Toronto. So, Obi the zebra decided to get some practice in. Training camp is officially underway at the zoo. Very cute zebra indeed. It's hard to believe the World Cup's only a few more days away, really. That's going to do it for us for another look at tonight's stories. You can visit us online at ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. Have a great night. We'll be back same time, same place. CTV News Winnipeg.